Hey everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to the Surebonder studio. I am super excited about today's craft. You may have noticed this amazing summer ice cream necklace I got going on here. Would you believe it if I told you this was entirely made out of glue? I know, right? It's gonna blow your mind. Now, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you don't miss any other amazing crafts that happen here. So let's go on, let's start creating so you guys can see how this genius craft was made. So we are going to have a lot of fun with our supplies today. I have pulled out a bunch of different colored glue sticks, and this is just a fraction of the colors that they have. Now I do have some that are in the mini size and some that are in the full size as well, because we are working with a couple different guns today. In the front we have some fun glitter, and then we have some sticks for our creamsicles. We have some eye pins down there to thread for our necklaces. We've got this great color of cotton cording to go with our necklaces. And then I also have acrylic coating to finish off the molds. We have some tape. I know, it's like I'm testing myself what everything is. What are these? They are scissors. And then we've got some Exacto knives, some tweezers, these are actually going to be a little bit important. They are tongue depressors with, or popsicle sticks, whatever you like to call them, with a little bit of parchment paper on them. Why? You will find out very soon. And then we've got this fabulous mold for our ice cream. I've got a small cutting mat, and then one of my favorite things of all time is the silicone mats, which the glue does not stick to because it is magic. And I have also got a heat gun that we're going to be using. Right, the list goes on. And then here's the thing. Nobody should ever be a one glue gun household, right? They're like cats. The more you have, the better, right? So I'm going to be using a couple different ones today. We are going to be using the cordless glue gun. Basically, it comes off the base and you can travel with it, and it will keep the heat for a couple minutes, but when you're not using it, you want to make sure to return it to the base so it stays nice and hot. This takes our full-size glue sticks. Then we've got everybody's beloved high temp detail tip, and as well as this just workhorse over here, and this is just our standard smaller mini glue stick, and it's got the little legs on there to keep. Now, are you guys good to go and get creating? We are going to be using our magical popsicle stick because our ice cream and our cone are not the same color, so I need something to bridge the difference to keep it from bleeding into each other. So I'm going to take my larger cordless gun with the gold glue in it. I'm placing my popsicle stick, which has my parchment paper, and I'm going to start to fill that bottom part of the mold. Now, parchment paper glue doesn't stick to it, which is why it is such a great little tool when working with glue. Once the glue has dried a little bit, you can kind of leave the stick in there while it fully dries. So we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to do something a little bit different with our creamsicles, so we're just going to move on to the classic sugar cone mold. Now that we have our cones filled, we're just going to go ahead and let that fully dry. But in the meantime, we're going to create some sprinkles. So now I have a bunch of different colors for my sprinkles. So I'm simply going to take my Exacto knife, and I am using a cutting mat so that we don't ruin the surface of our table. And I'm just going to cut slivers of my glue. Since our ice cream is very small, we want to make sure that our sprinkles are almost minced, so they're very tiny for our ice cream. Then, this is the most satisfying part, is just gently peeling off our little popsicles. Okay, it is now time to fill in our cones with the ice cream, and we're going to start with our cake cones over here, and we're going to do a little bit of lemon flavored ice cream. That's a thing, right? We're going to go ahead and fill in one of our sugar cones, and this time, one of my favorite soft serves is chocolate vanilla swirl. So what we're gonna do is I've already got the smaller gun loaded with chocolate ice cream. Yeah, we're just gonna talk in ice cream terminology. And then I'm also gonna load it up with a little bit of vanilla. So the great thing about this is when the colors transition from one color to the other, it gets very like gradient and swirly, and it's really fun. So that's what we're gonna do right now. How rude. Have I even asked what your favorite ice cream is yet? I don't think I have. Let me know in the comment section below. I am very basic. I love a good chocolate ice cream. We're just gonna fill this one in because this is just gonna be our basic vanilla ice cream. Or is it gonna be that basic? I don't know. You gotta wait and see what we do. Now for this one, we're gonna go ahead and fill with chocolate ice cream. The last molds we have to fill are the popsicle molds, and of course I've gone ahead and filled one with the classic flavor of creamsicle. And the cutest thing I think we've done is instead of filling the stick part of the mold with glue, we are actually going to use these little wooden sticks that you can pick up at the craft store, and we're just going to cut it down to size. We have our perfect stick, which we'll put in a little bit later. So we're going to start to fill the mold with glue. So I'm going to go ahead and start pumping in with one of my favorite colors, pink. And then we'll just take our glue again, and I'm going to start right on top of the stick that we just put in so that we fully cover it. And then we just finish filling up below. And now we watch glue dry. One of my favorite parts about working with molds is popping things out of them. It's just so satisfying. Oh, they look so cute, so adorable. I want to give it a little more pizzazz. So we're going to add a little bit of glitter to it. So the first thing that we want to do is actually make the glue a little sticky again. Hit it with a little bit of heat. So I'm very excited about this next ice cream cone. So I've got my detail tip glue gun over here with white glue in it. I'm going to put a little, let's say it's like a little fluffer nutter topping. And then we're going to start to add our sprinkles. Oh my God, 10 times cuter already. I can't stand it, it's so cute. Oh, let's take out our popsicles. So I'm going to hit this with a heat. And this pink glitter could not be more like 80s glamour pink, but it's amazing. With a creamsicle, there is a white center. To be honest with you, I have no idea what that center is. All I know is it's orange and cream in the center. I don't know though. It's not my favorite ice cream. To create our creamy center of our dreamsicle, I'm just going to take my detail glue gun with the white glue and I'm going to squeeze out a dot of glue. So now I'm going to take my little mini gun here and we are going to basically create a channel to fit our white dot into. So I'm going to use the heated nozzle. Then we're going to take our little piece of glue. We're going to prop that right in there. And I'm just going to fill in the areas that are empty. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun on the side. Ooh, yeah. Kind of melt that down a little bit. There we go. Let's take out our soft serve swirl. You guys, this is so cute. Okay, and then what we're gonna do with our not so vanilla. So the tip of the ice cream, we're actually going to decapitate it. Who knew we were so evil around here? Now that we have King Henry VIII did. So what I'm going to do to make my cherry is I'm just going to take the red glue and just form a little dot But what we're going to do is we're going to let that dry for just a little bit, and then we're going to put a little bit more on top of it to try and get it to have a little bit more of a dome shape to it. We're going to fill the top of the ice cream with our hot fudge. All right, so now that we have our hot fudge dripping down, we are going to place our cherry on top. Oh my God, it's so cute. I can't stand myself right now. Now we are going to insert our little eye pins into our ice cream to turn them into necklaces. Now these are a little bit longer than I need them to be, so I'm just simply going to snip off the end, make it slightly shorter. Now, the easiest way I have found to actually insert these is we're going to use our little popsicle here. Is that the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the edge of our tweezers and we are just going to push it into your popsicle. Give it a nice little twist. Just going to also hit it with a little bit of heat now. That'll make it a little bit easier to slide in. Perfect. Now, the last thing we have to do is actually thread it to turn it into necklaces. And I'm gonna cut to the moment where I know how to get these off the paper, because right now, how to figure out the length, you can just put it around your neck, figure out where it's gonna be, make it a little bit longer. Yeah, and if you want them all to be the same length, you can just use that for your guide. Then I am simply going to take my delicious creamsicle, thread that through there, and then for the knot, you're simply take those two ends together. And then I'm just going to kind of pull on it to make sure that knot is nice and tight. I'm going to trim the edges just a little bit. So that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this fabulous craft. Now be sure to let me know in the comment section below what you thought of today's craft, and as well, which necklace turned out to be your favorite. Now, of course, if you make this craft, or quite frankly, any others, we'd love to see them, so make sure you hashtag us as SB Maker Family. Now be sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any future crafts, and be sure to follow us on all our social media. I hope you guys have a great day and keep on creating.